What's up, pilot PayPal? Walk, 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 walk. My name's Chris, and I'm a bookaholic. Stupid lights. All right, so look, here's the thing. Like, do you see this? This glare. Look, watch. Okay, maybe that's better. Now, look at, oh, wait a minute, it's over there now. Oh, there's one there. Now, and of course, someone's printing! Send help. All right, so anyway, here's the deal. I know, I just did what in essence was kind of a book haul. How many pages are in this printing? So, look, here's the thing is that I know I just put up a video. Like, it's like, here's my birthday, here's the books I bought, and then here's more books I got. Well, I found a couple other books that I had gotten, which I had not informed you about. Stupid lights, squirrel. And the thing... Just hang on. Don't go anywhere. That's worse. This is worse. Okay, maybe that's better. Nobody cares. Why do I care? All right, so okay. So anyway, here's the other part is that this is the mic I'm using, okay? I can't see a level. So I have no idea if it's too hot. It's too hot to handle. Yo. You know what's going to happen? Someone's going to come in this room and, they're going to interrupt this magic that we're creating here on screen. Technically, I'm creating it and you're participating in it. I'm going to lose my mind. I don't think that's better. Don't go anywhere. All right, well, maybe. I mean, it's not... Okay, so here's what happened today. So there are certain areas that we don't go to hardly at all. And when we go there, I know if I participate in this kind of family outing, like a doctor visit, that we can kind of deviate and go to some places that usually have some great finds for books. And that happened today. So, I mean, I know that it seems like recently... I put these book video. I mean, who cares, right? That's what you're here for. That's what I'm here for. I just want to see more books. So that's what I'm going to do. A couple books that I picked up at a couple different thrift stores. Actually, one's kind of this used bookstore that is really a little bit peculiar. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like three ladies sitting almost facing each other with their computers. It's so strange. You walk in there and you're like, does anybody want to say hello? Okay. So I picked up today Pompeii by Robert Harris, like $2. Okay, so here's another one. I found these. These are, I don't know what these are. But Robert Harris says, tautly written and cleverly plotted. So Charles Cummings, now I don't know anything about him, but A Spy by Nature. Let's see. Alec Milius is young and smart. It's a lot like other people, but directionless and stuck in a dead-end job. A chance encounter brings him to the attention of British intelligence, who hand him a prime job at a British oil company, with instructions to befriend two American employees of a rival. That's the word, rival oil firm. And before long, Milius finds himself lured into the world of espionage. Manipulated by both MI5 and the CIA, he becomes trapped in a life of secrets and lies, confronted by a ruthless environment in which priceless information can come at. Look at this. This does seem interesting, but it's not going to be at the top of a TBR pile. Here's another one, The Spanish Game. El Gato. All right. Charles Cummings is a journalist and contributing editor to The Week magazine. Cummings is the author of 4 novels, including A Spy by Nature. Got it. And Typhoon. He lives in London. Oh, so I should have been doing this in an English accent. That's not English. All right, Mary Poppins. So stupid. All right, so then I know, whatever, okay? So, then again, I love thriller spy stuff kind of anyways, and so I don't know what this is, but Luke McCallan. So there's two books by him. There's The Man from Berlin and then The Pale House. These two I picked up. Again, like $2. All right, so in war-torn Yugoslavia, a beautiful young filmmaker and photographer, a veritable hero to her people, and a German officer have been brutally murdered. Assigned to the case as military intelligence officer Captain Gregor Reinhard, already haunted by his wartime actions and the mistakes he's made off the battlefield, he soon finds that his investigation may be more than just a murder, and that the late Yugoslavian heroine may have been much more brilliant and treacherous than anyone knew. Okay, so yeah, again, just interesting. I don't know. Who knows? It's not probably on my top of the TBR. Now, I already read this. I just picked it up because it was a hardcover. Time to Kill. I actually do not think that this is a first edition, which would actually be pretty awesome. But this was published in 1989. And I remember I read The Firm when that had come out, and I just loved that. That was kind of the first time I'd read a book like that when it had come out, and then I went back and I read this, and it was exceptional in a lot of ways. For that time, it was really kind of a breath of fresh air, and intriguing and entertaining, but also important. So I know that seems funny to say about a John Grisham book, but back in the day, his writings kind of came out and hit the 80s by storm, late 80s. So there's a reason he's one of the top selling authors. He knows how to write. And those early books were really good, and I read just almost all of them when I was a kid, and but I haven't read too many of them as an adult. I'm kind of more focused on other things, but I did want to pick that up just because I think it's a nice copy. It's not in great shape, but I can't tell if this is a book club copy or if this actually was the size of those books back then. Sometimes modern day first editions, they're coming out, they're looking great, Son of a stupid. I spent all that time with lighting, and then of course I hit it. But like here, you can see the difference, and a lot of times the difference is because of a book club edition or whatever. But sometimes back in the older days, they weren't as kind of big as they are now. So anyway, yada yada. That's that. I knew she was coming in here. I'm doing a very important video, Red.
Maybe you need to hang a sign on your door that tells people that you're filming.
Linda, the door is closed.
So you have the door closed all the time when you're just
doing
stupid stuff like reading.
Linda, do you want to say hello to the...
Oh, I don't.
Oh, there she gone. She gone. It's my own fault for putting the printer in the room, So a couple other books that I found. I have a pretty decent collection of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes, and I really like, of course, Sherlock Holmes, and so this was kind of a nice little copy. Actually, it's a Peebles Classic Library. I mean, this came out in 1975. So, I have, like I said, I have a lot of Doyle's works, anyways, and but I just thought this was in pretty nice condition, and so it was literally, I think it was 99 cents. And then the same thing with this Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe. I hesitate to confess this, but this is a Reader's Digest edition. And so I recognize that I actually literally hate anything Reader's Digest. But this is a complete text, so it's not an abridged version. And I think that the copy that I have is probably just a paperback, from the old days. So we're gonna just replace it and know that that's not my final copy, but it is in phenomenal condition. So whatever, it kind of doesn't matter. Now let's get on to the good stuff here. I found this today in Michael Sullivan's Age of Death. Now, I actually have a couple in this series, but I do not have that. So that was pretty exciting because I think I got this for like 50 cents. That's crazy. So that was kind of awesome. And then I picked up... I don't even know what these are, but so Ross McDonald, these are kind of some super old school, Bantam paperbacks that, whatever, Sleeping Beauty, and then the Ivory Grin, that looks kind of creepy. I'm not sure what these are. I don't know if they're horror or if they're, let's see, let's read the back of the Ivory Grin. Bella City, California, corrupt city on a plane. Through its hot, dusty dives, pawn shops, rooming houses, offices, in the poverty of its black and Chicano streets, Lou Archer trails several dangerous misfits into the jaws of the Ivory Grin of death. Yeah, I'm not really interested. All right, so let's move on. Let's kind of think, what the crap are you talking about? All right, here's that C.J. Cherry, Forge of Heaven. What's going on here? What is that? Are these like... Is that a satellite disc? Yeah, I'm not sure. Here's the... Anyway, Stan Nichols, Orcs, Army of Shadows. I have a couple of others in that series. I really haven't read any of them. I'm not sure about that. Here's another one I picked up. Mickey Zucker Reichert, The Children of Wrath. Arenshai Chronicles, Volume 3. So clearly that's not going to get read anytime soon, because I'm not starting with 3. I'll just tell you that. And I was never good at math, but I'm pretty sure you don't start with 3. Here's a weird one. Dance of the Damned, Arkham Horror, Book 1, The Lord of Nightmares Trilogy. She's like, I'm trying to read a book. What is that? I feel like there's a hand. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Here's another C.J. Cherry. I mean, what are those things? A new Foreigner novel. Okay. Conspirator. This is the Cardinal of the Kremlin by Tom Clancy, hardcover. I think this is actually a first edition. I know that you don't care. It might be, actually. And this is great because I don't have this in hardcover, so that will be nice. Then I think the find for me of the day was David Gemmell's The Swords of Night and Day. I got this for 99 cents. And that, my friends, I believe, is a first edition. So, I'm pretty pumped about that. Yeah. Now, I do think it was a library, book. So it certainly doesn't retain the same, value. It's obviously had a number of fingers touch it, but I think I can clean this up a bit. So it's not that terrible. Honestly, it's pretty minimally read. We'll say that. Just a few more. You don't care, do you? So I picked up the Sidonian Pyramid, Pete Hotman's. But the problem is this is the second in the Clay 2 Discos. What the crap? I don't even have a clue what this is about. More than half a millennium in the future, a pampered girl named Lalia has been raised for one purpose: to be sacrificed through one of the mysterious discos that hover over the top of the Sidonian Pyramid. So this is not real life. Okay. But her sacrifice is interrupted by a strange boy appearing from the discos, launching Leah on a time-spinning journey in which her fate is irreversibly linked to his. I don't think that this is where I am going to start. We have a hard enough time with disco music. I'm not sure disco science fiction, is that a thing? Is going to work for me. Salman Rushdie step across this line, obviously in light of all the shenanigans that was happening with him, the attack, and he was shot. It's just insane. This is in really good shape, so I'm kind of excited about that. Rimbaud, The Double Life of a Rebel, Edmund White. This is just unique. I don't know anything about this. This looked kind of peculiar, and again, 99 cents. I figured I can give that a try and see if I even like it. This is Charles Todd, A Test of Wills. Now, the interesting thing is that Charles Todd is a mother-son writing duo. I think that's kind of fascinating. And then, literally, I showed this to my wife as a joke, but then she bought it. So, How to Deal with People Who Treat You Like Dirt, the Asshole Survival Guide. So, I don't know what that says about her, or if she's going to read this to help understand me, but, yeah. One more pile. Are you okay? All right, so I know this is a little bit long, but whatever. That's just, obviously. This is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize, Joby Warwick, The Rise of ISIS. This is I don't think anybody's even read it or opened it. It's outstanding. And I again, at first edition, I got this for 99 cents. Come on. It's so awesome. These four are self-pub. I don't know anything about these, but I'm kind of fascinated with them. Cloudland. So freaking weird, man. Killer Blackbirds. I actually kind of like the cover of that one. Beyond the Majestic. And finally, Elvis, Fast Cars, and the Brown Mountain Lights. And these are all by a guy named Gary L. Street. Now, I don't know anything at all about these. I'll let you know if they're any good. I didn't even look. Sometimes when you pick up self-published books, like in thrift stores, they're signed, but no such luck. These Honor Dead, How the Story of Gettysburg Shaped American Memory by Thomas Desjardins. Again, I'm a big fan of kind of the Civil War time period, Revolutionary War, Civil War time period, pioneer America. I really, kind of the Native American story, and I love reading about that time. And I'm just fascinated with the kind of people that were going and homesteading, and just the beauty of the Native American way, and anyway. There's a lot to that. David Weber, I got this, again, 99 cents. I think this is off Armageddon Reef. I don't know where this is at in that series, but I'm pretty sure 2007. This is, first edition. It's pretty nice. Now, I've never read anything by David Weber, so I'm not even sure if I would like that, but. And then the last three are David Eddings, and I had one of these, but this is book 2 and 4 and 1. So, again, 99 cents. You kind of can't go wrong, and these are just fantastic. Again, nobody's even really read these, opened them, so. Yeah, so I kind of felt like I had a good day of finding. The other thing I just wanted to make mention of was that just so grateful for Mrs. Mertens and her kindness in sending me her copy of Hester after she finished it. And I think I mentioned that, but I don't know if I showed it. So I'm kind of excited. This is a very new book, and those of you familiar with the Scarlet Letter, I think this takes a little bit of a turn with Hester Prynne. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then last but not least was, I already had a copy of this, but of, Charles Dickens. Actually, this is not it. What is this? Martin Chuzzlewit. I must have picked this up at the thrift store for $2. It's like fantastic. But I picked up David Copperfield the other day when I was out, partly because I'd heard a lot of great reviews about Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver, but I didn't really want to read this until after I had read David Copperfield. And if I remember right, Mike over there at Mike's Book Reviews had said that for him, when he read that David Copperfield, it was one of the best coming-of-age stories. Now, that video that he did was phenomenal. Actually, so much of what he said was kind of my experience as well. I think I might be a little bit older than Mike. I'm not sure, but the long and the short of it is, where the red fern grows. I mean, come on, that just destroyed me as well. I mean, talk about amazing coming of age stories. But I had not read David Copperfield, so when he said that, I thought, well, we have a lot of similar likes, at least in terms of books. Certainly not baseball. But I really thought I'm going to dive into David Copperfield, and then I'm going to read this Demon Copperhead, because I had a family member that read that and absolutely loved it. So anyway, that's kind of the scoop here. That's kind of the pile for today. This is a longer video. I apologize. But, honestly, when I'm, watching these videos kind of like you do, I love seeing the big hauls. So, anyway, I hope you liked it. And, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Maybe if you want to check out the Amazon wish list, you can. I really don't have a Patreon thing set up for this. I have it set up for my business that I do. I don't know if the two cross is what I'm saying. So, if you like the videos and you're interested, the Amazon wish list is kind of like, hey, thank you. You want to support your addiction. But you don't have to. No big deal. So I have a Discord. You can check that out as well. And at the end of the day, the truth is I love this stuff, and I hope you do too.